A pleasant afternoon to all of us. Now let's proceed to our another topic, which is trends and issues in teaching learners with difficulty remembering and focusing. These chapters provides information on the prevalence of learning disabilities and ADHD in the Philippines, which are among the common disabilities of learners with difficulty remembering and focusing in this country. So, before we proceed in my discussion, allow me to refresh topics for you. In our previous class discussion, we already tackled about learning disability, ADHD, and inclusive learning, and I have sort of definition here. Listen carefully as it will lead you to our discussion today. Learning disability, a neurological condition that affects the brain's ability to process and understand information, leading to difficulties in academic performance and daily functioning. So, in short, learning disability means that it's hard for students to think critically. Thus, we aspiring teachers must think other ways that will help them understand easily the topic. Now, let's proceed to ADHD, a neurodevelopment disorder characterized by patterns of inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity that can interfere with daily functioning and development. So it means it's difficult for the pupil to distort the pattern they used to follow. Hence, we teachers must be careful to our ways of teaching. We need to think ways to accommodate their needs. Now let's move forward to inclusive learning. It means that the person with special needs are now able to have class with normal students. There is a fair treatment and they are given a chance to learn some to their age peers. Now let's move to our main discussion, prevalence of learning disabilities and ADHD in the Philippines. Learning disabilities and ADHD are among the common disabilities of students who motive inclusive education in the Philippines. Based on extrapolated statistics, there is an estimated 1,458,499 cases of learning disabilities in the Philippines, according to Right Diagnosis 2018. On the other hand, the extrapolated statistics estimates for ADHD prevalence in the Philippines is around 1,046,314 cases according to MindBid 2018. So based on the facts that I've read earlier, ADHD and learning disabilities are not new to our country. There are around 1,458,499 cases of learning disabilities and 1,046,214 cases of ADHD. Thus, it is crucial to learn how to handle kids with this kind of issues. So we teachers or we are aspiring teachers must equip ourselves now for us to become effective teachers in the future and capable of handling different needs of our students. Now let's move forward with support services for students with learning disabilities and ADHD. Aside from providing learners with disabilities proper techniques and strategies in inclusive education, support services are crucial as well for the success of the program, and there are two types of support services I will introduce to you. First is educational accommodation. Second is psychosocial treatment. So, if we say educational accommodations, it means to support performance in reading, writing, mathematics, time management, and completing exam. So, you will help the students in educational matter. Example of that is reading and writing. As what I've said earlier, that learning disability, it's hard for them to think holistically and critically. So we teachers must accommodate their needs, help them read and write, same to the students with ADHD. Now let's move forward to psychosocial treatment. Help students with emotional and behavior difficulties, and under with this is our cognitive behavior therapy, individual counseling, stress reduction strategies, anger management, and self-care promotion. So students with learning disabilities and ADHD, their problems are more on mental. Thus, we teachers will help them to cope up and help them feel that they are heard, understand, and belong. Through this cognitive behavior therapy, individual counseling, stress reduction strategies, anger management, and self-care promotion, we can help them to adjust in their surrounding. At this juncture, we will move to three kinds of support services. First is tutoring, next is coaching, and lastly, academic advising. Tutoring. The students were given an opportunity to avail of individual small group tutoring services on an as-needed basis. The tutoring services provide customized sessions intended to help students with writing, organization, reading, notating, preparation for tests, content-specific tutoring, and other related topics. So tutoring is understandable, right? And I know that each of us have undergone this kind of support services. And we all know that tutoring can be also applied to normal students, especially to our friends when the time our topics is a little bit difficult to understand and we need some backup from other person who are more intelligent to us. Let's move forward to coaching. Coaching was done on one-on-one session with the goal of enhancing the students' academic functioning and self-determination. So, coaching, this as well is familiar to us, this kind of service. So, this kind of service, students are given access to coaching center and for them to focus and meet their needs. In addition, professionally, faculty and staff who are trained and certified coaches provided the coaching services. Now, let's proceed to the last kind of support services, which is academic advising. The students were invited to attend weekly academic advising with their assigned advisors. During the meeting, students were expected to reflect on their academic progress. Example of that is assignments completed, assessment results since their previous meeting. Now, the role of the advisor is to assist students in setting future goals and help them access additional supports, counseling, and tutoring. Students were helped to adjust to a 4-year college and parents were involved as well. Advisors also continuously remained in contact with the person's faculty and monitor and provide reports of students' progress or signs of troubles, thus serving as a critical central link for the students and their classroom teachers. Now, we will look for the results of these 3 kinds of support services. Results showed that although most students who availed of the coaching support services increased their academic performance, it was students with ADHD who benefited the most from this form of support. On the other hand, tutoring benefited all students, but only those who have learning disabilities experienced significant gains in their GPA. This indicates that there is a need to provide targeted supports in accordance to the type of disabilities the students have. So, based on the research of scholars, they notice that there are a huge impact of tutoring, coaching, and academic advising. Thus, we teachers must equip ourselves well to provide quality education and help our students. And furthermore, we need to extra careful of providing support. It must accord to the type of disability students have to avoid problems. That's the end of my report. I hope that you learned a lot from me. Thank you for listening. God bless everyone.